What's going on today, guys? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to teach you how to create a little action for sharpening, just so you can sharpen your images. It's just good for portrait photography, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I want to teach you how to create this action. That way in the future you can always just pull it up and you don't have to make it again every time. So what we'll do is we'll start with this action here. If you don't have this on your Photoshop, just go to Windows, the action here, just check mark it, and it'll turn it on. It'll pop up here. So what we want to do is we'll create a new folder. Let's call it Sharpening. Okay, we'll save that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to these little squares here, and we're going to go new action. Let's call this action Sharpening tool, and then we'll put it under the sharpening folder, and then we'll start recording. Now when you start recording, it's going to start recording. So now we're going to record our action. So to create this action, what we're going to do is we're going to create another layer. On my Windows, I'm going to push Control J, and that's going to duplicate this layer. Once I duplicate this layer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Filters, Sharpen, Smart Sharpen. Default is usually at 100%, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at 300 just to make it extra sharp. I'll show you why in a reason, or in a second, sorry. So then we're just going to push OK. So now when we push OK, what we're going to do here, you can tell the image is sharpened up already, right? So we're going to create a layer mask. And when we create this layer mask, what we're going to do is click on that layer mask and we're going to invert it. So we're going to go on my Windows, I'm going to go Control I, and that's going to invert the image, and you see it's going to bring it back to its natural state. So now we can basically go on the mask and use it as a brush. Okay, so once we finish that, we're going to stop this, and when you stop it, it's going to save the action. Now the action is going to pop up here. You'll see that here. Okay, so to see if it works, what we're going to do is we're going to delete this, and we'll go to our sharpen here. I'm going to open that menu up, put on the sharpening tool, and push play. When push play, is going to create this. Now click on your layer mask. Now to apply the sharpening, what you want to do is you want to be on brushes at 100% on the white foreground, and you're just going to use your brush to size, and you're just going to brush it. And you notice how everything's just sharpening up. Now the reason why I put it on, when I created the action, I put it on 300% is because I want it extra. That way, I'm just going to fool around here. That way, if I need to lower it, I can always just bring down the opacity, and you can adjust it to the way you want. Now if you make a mess sharpening this, you can always push the X on your keyboard, and it's going to toggle to the black foreground, and then you can just wipe off any excess. Remember, black is to remove and white is to add. So now if it's a little too much, you just brush off what you don't want, and then you'll see pupils that we can take that off a bit. I'm just going really fast here so you guys can know what I'm talking about. And then if you want to take a look, you can see if you turn it off, sharpening's off, sharpening on. It's a little too heavy. Like I said, that's why I put it to 300%, just so it's heavy. That way I can always adjust it with my opacity. That, or when you start brushing, you can always turn down the opacity up here to usually around 40%. Make sure you're on the white, and you can just brush it in. And if it's not heavy enough, you can always change it, 70, 60, whatever, and then it'll sharpen up your image. Change it to 100% just to show you guys sharpening's coming back. Bring it back up. Now if you guys don't want to download this tool, or create this action, you can always leave me a message. I have this action created already, so I can just send it to you guys. And yeah, it's good to go. Like you see the sharpness there, you always want to, like I said, you can always adjust it. I'm just playing around right now, but when you get this action, you can actually fine-tune it yourself to your liking. So you see, sharpen, unsharpen, sharpen. Now this is a little excessive, but I'm just showing you for example. Perfect, guys. Now, like I said, it's in your actions, so you can always pull it up whenever you need, right in your actions tool. It's a good little tool to have. It's something I use all the time just to bring some pop into these images. So if you like this video, just hit the like button or do what you want to do, and let me know what you want to learn so I can create content for you guys. I hope you guys like this. I hope you this helped, and good luck on your editing. Till next time. See you guys.